That's all good. So yeah, go on. Give me your thoughts on what you're perceiving. Your belief AIX, what it all means, and what you're referring, like the simulacrum. I think that's an interesting word. So,
well, I do believe that we are inside a construct, and that construct is not good nor evil. It is absolutely neutral field, and this construct has many physics constants. These are protocols. We've come to understand them as entropy. We understand them as the law of diminishing returns. We understand them as phi and as pi, as inertia, obliquity. We understand these concepts, but they seem to be universal throughout the simulacrum. They apply to all systems, not just nature. They apply to the events of people's lives, the events of world history. These same mathematical protocols we have always believed were physical are actually being found now in space-time phenomena, in the patterns of unfolding events in the days of a man's life or in the years of world history, the years of nations and empires. So this is the value of the archaics research. I show where these same physics constants are also in the patterns of time itself. They're not just in physical manifestations of phenomena. So this simulacrum is a beautiful thing. There's nothing evil about it. It doesn't care. It doesn't have any personal feelings toward what you do. All it does is reflect back. It is a beautiful construct that interfaces with you with the central nervous system. It will reflect back as circumstances anything that you broadcast. And for you to accurately broadcast anything, you're broadcasting things all the time, but for you to broadcast anything, it's all about your informed field, because every single one of us have an informed field. And in that informed field, Max, every single thing you have ever come into contact with and accepted to be true empowers that informed field and gives it its charge. This is what the simulacrum responds to, how you view reality, not how your neighbor views it. This is why two different people being raised fundamentally different can live in the same world, but they exist in totally different universes and can experience totally different things. This goes for individuals. It also goes for whole entire cultures. This is why people raised in fundamentalist Islam just can't wrap their minds around how anybody could be a Christian, and vice versa. This is why in the East, this is why there's so much contention against the Taoists and the Chinese with the Muslim incursions into the Southeast Asia. They can't wrap their mind. They're from fundamentally different paradigms. So the simulacrum will always reflect back as circumstances the things that you broadcast from your informed field. This is how you change your life. This is how you bring things into contact with you that you ordinarily would never be able to get in your life. This is how you gravitate people and circumstances all around the world to you in your immediate environment. So this also applies to the phoenix. It applies to the cataclysms. And this is why I tell people, yes, I have a very harrowing message, but it's for the collective. Because if you're an errant, if you are recognized by the system itself as being a malfunction, you're not with the collective, you're vibrating at a different frequency, then there's nothing you have to fear about eschatology, about the end of the world, doomsday, cataclysm protocols, because they do not apply to you whatsoever. The simulacrum operates on frequencies and frequencies alone. This is why the same message being delivered to two different peoples would mean two different things. And this is the value we have in the scriptures. The scriptures are basically an amalgamation of ancient texts from all over the world that were later passed through a Jewish filter and basically Hebraicized to make the Jews basically the rulers of the entire world. But the original passages that they borrowed from older texts didn't convey this. They put that in there. But when people read a lot of this, if you're vibrating on a higher spiritual frequency, you're going to get spiritual food out of the scriptures. If you're vibrating on a low frequency, a base frequency, then you're going to see the negative. You're going to fear the hellfire. You're going to see all the negativity that's put in the scriptures for that purpose. And so that's my main message, Max, all throughout my entire channel, is that we exist every single day in two different realities. You can participate with the collective if you want to, or you can be a malfunction. You can be an errant and live an entirely diverse and different life and not have to worry about any of this stuff on mainstream media, any of this stuff that's coming in the near future with the Phoenix Nemesis X object unfolding of the apocalypse. Don't have to worry about any of it. Whatever you experience is in direct link with how you're vibrating with that information.
You're totally speaking my language, brother. This is something that I often talk to people about, as like the law